Good evening. We hope all is well with you. It is a very hot day, and Jazzy, we're working on the lighting situation. Let's see here, Jazzy, let's do this. Maybe that's better. We're still, she said, Dad, it's not quite right, but we're going to get there. Well, it's been a very long day for me. And we're going to share, and then we're going to start popular music. And whew. We hope all is well. Jazzy is very excited to be here with y'all. So we're going to roll out the barrel and have a barrel of fun. Okay. Jazzy, are you ready? Okay, tonight is popular popular music. But Jazzy asked me, she said, Dad, can we do This Little Light of Mine? And I said, why? And then she said, because I have a new light. This little light of mine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Somebody on YouTube requested Unclouded Day, so I'm going to throw that in too. September song. It's a long way. Okay. The Music Box Dancer. Make sure y'all say hi to everyone. People that might not be, just make everybody feel welcome, please. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. Okay. Jazzy, she asked me to play this one. request today for the Wichita Linemen. The Last Day. For the good times, I think this is what you want. sunset, and then we're going to wind this up. Happy trails. The Tennessee Waltz. Okay, You Are My Sunshine. God bless America. The Army the Air Force, the Navy, the Coast Guard, the Marines, and we're going to wind up with "Oh Canada." appreciate you very much. And I'm just going to speak from my heart. First, I want to give somebody some treats. This has been on my mind for quite some time. And I just would like for you to listen to me and pray about it. But I love our church family. And I understand more than anybody what's going on. But in my humble opinion, and it's just my humble opinion, well, Jazzy's humble opinion too, but I think it might be better to say hello everyone instead of calling somebody's name out. And the reason why, and again, I'm treading on thin ice here, but I get people telling me that they've thought it was very cliquish and that's why they don't watch anymore. And we're not cliquish, we're friendly. But I see people saying hello to so and so and so and so, and then I'll just tell you, one of the faithful members told me the other day. They said, I can't concentrate on worship when I'm trying to figure out everybody that I need to reply to. That's just food for thought. And I personally think if we would just say, hello everybody, you can like, you can love, you can lie, whatever. But when you start naming names, it can get bogged down, and you're spending the whole service replying. That's just my opinion. Because here's the deal: there's other people out there that's watching, and they're saying hello, and nobody's saying anything. That's why I've been trying to say, make sure we say hello to everybody. And I think if we just said hello everyone, and then you can love that, you can like it, you can do whatever, it might cut down on a lot of things, and people might, I think it would relax the atmosphere. So I want people like, I want people, YouTube said hello to everybody on YouTube. I want that, but I'm not talking about you, Christy. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. And I've heard from the people that I've heard from many of y'all that says, sometimes I just want to watch on YouTube because there's no comments. And we need the comments and we need the fellowship, but we need a level. And I think if we would say hello everyone and not start calling names out, it would take care of a lot of issues. Because again, there's been people that's felt like they've been left out, and I see that. And I understand where everything's going, and I'm just asking y'all to just pray about this, and let's, again, I'm not calling any names, but they told me, they said, we can't concentrate on the Spirit when we're trying to reply to everybody that's called out my name. And I understand that. And I just let me say this, and then I'm going to shut up. Jazzy, did you not eat? Here, she's just not gonna. See, I lost my train of thought now. But if you'll look at this from a standpoint, if you were a visitor visiting, and then everybody's saying hi to a small group of people, and they're not saying hi to that visitor is going to feel out of place. And I've been fighting saying this for 2 months probably. But it's on my heart, and I didn't feel like it needed to be on a Tuesday night. And I really do believe that, I mean, I want y'all to say hello, 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 but the spirit, the worship, you can get too bogged down in saying hello to everybody, and it's just, I love you, Jazzy loves you, and we want the best, and we want this to be happy for all. And if you want to call somebody's name out, I'm not telling you don't do it, but let's just think about saying more so often, hello everyone, because it can get really bogged down, and sometimes, anyway, thank you. We appreciate you very much. Jazzy, isn't she beautiful? I tell you what, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but she's a daddy's girl. Whoops. I don't know if I'm still on or not, but I think I'm still on. But anyway, we went black, but God bless you. We'll see you Sunday morning for a Jazzy Sunrise, and we appreciate you listening to me. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, and God bless, and thank you again. We appreciate you very, very much. Bye-bye.